Okay, so let's talk about generative AI. It seems like everyone's got the technology, but that's really just the beginning, isn't it? The real game changer is learning how to lead with it. So today, we're going to break down what it really means to build a new kind of leadership, one that's truly AI first. This quote from Harvard's Kareem Lakhani, man, it just cuts right to the chase. The big fear isn't really about AI coming for your job. Nope, it's about a much more immediate reality. People who know how to use AI are going to have a huge advantage over those who don't. And this isn't some far-off prediction. This is the competitive landscape we are in right now. So, what's the biggest hurdle for pretty much every organization out there? Well, it's this exact thing. It's about bridging this massive gap. You've got the incredible potential of AI on one side, and on the other, you have your company's actual goals. The real leadership test is making that tech directly serve the mission. And here's where you can really see that disconnect. I mean, AI can do all this cool stuff like advanced data analysis and automating workflows, but businesses, they're focused on things like expanding their market or becoming more efficient. The magic, and honestly, the whole leadership challenge, is building a solid bridge between that technical power and the business results you need. So, who's supposed to build this bridge? You might think it's all on the C suite, right? But the real key, the secret weapon, lies with a group that we often overlook: your mid level leaders. Just think about where they sit in the organization. It's a really unique spot. They're hearing the big, high level strategy from the top brass, but they're also living the day to day reality with the frontline teams. They are that essential human connection point. They are the bridge that makes a transformation like this actually happen. You know, their contribution really boils down to three super critical roles. First, they have to be translators, turning a big, vague idea like, let's increase efficiency, into a concrete AI project. Second, they're educators, helping their own teams learn new skills without being terrified. And finally, they have to be advocates, building up the trust and the confidence needed for people to actually use the technology. But here's the kicker, and this is a bit of a gut punch. A recent survey found that only 48% of these crucial leaders feel like their creativity is actually being used in these big transformation projects. Less than half. That just means we're leaving a huge amount of talent and potential completely on the table. And that's why empowering this group isn't just a nice to have, it's a strategic imperative. It's non-negotiable. If you really want to unlock what AI can do, you have to start by closing this gap and getting your mid-level leaders fully engaged. Okay, so we know who is key and we get why they're so important. So the next logical question is how? How do you actually develop these AI first leaders? Well, let's take a look at the roadmap. The path forward is actually pretty structured. It's a four-step journey called the AI maturity model, and it's designed to take leaders from feeling kind of nervous about all this all the way to a place of confident mastery. Let's break down each step. First things first, you gotta build a solid foundation. Now, this is not about turning everyone into a data scientist or a coder. Not at all. It's about giving every leader a basic literacy in AI, just enough so they understand the key concepts and can start spotting opportunities for AI in their day-to-day work. Step two is a huge mental shift. It's about moving from fear to curiosity. An AI-first mindset means you stop seeing AI as a threat and start seeing it as a partner, something that can augment your own skills and your team's capabilities. This is where you have to encourage experimentation. So once that mindset is locked in, it's time to get practical. It's time for skills. This is where leaders move past just playing around with new tools. They learn how to actually manage and scale real AI projects that solve big business problems, usually by working with other departments. And finally, we get to the top of the mountain, leading with confidence. This is where leaders aren't just using AI, they're thinking with it. They're using AI-driven insights to look beyond the company walls, to see market shifts coming, and to make those big, bold, strategic moves. Now, this whole roadmap sounds great on paper, right? But we all know the real world is, well, it's messy. Any big change is going to come with challenges, and AI is definitely no different. So let's get real and talk about the barriers you're actually going to face. Do any of these sound familiar? I bet they do. These are the classic human barriers to any major change. You've got that natural resistance to the unknown, a real fear of job displacement, and just the simple fact that not having the technical know-how can make people feel completely left behind. So a leader's job is to tackle these barriers head on, but to do it proactively and with a lot of empathy. That means clear, honest communication and a compelling vision to fight the fear. It means providing training that's easy to access and relevant to people's actual jobs. And it means creating a culture of psychological safety where it's okay to experiment and then celebrating those early wins to build momentum. So let's bring this all together. What we're talking about here isn't just another corporate program or the flavor of the month. Embracing an AI-first approach to leadership is a fundamental imperative. It's about survival and success in the years ahead. Because real success, it's not about buying the latest piece of software. It's about weaving AI into the very fabric of your organization, into how you operate, how you make decisions, how you collaborate. It's a massive cultural and operational shift. And look, the stakes could not be higher. The companies that figure this out, that really master this AI-first leadership, especially in their mid-level ranks, they're the ones that will innovate faster, adapt quicker, and ultimately leave their competition in the dust. So I'll leave you with a question to think about. Take a hard look at your own organization, at your own teams. Are you consciously and actively building the AI-first leaders you need to not just survive, but actually thrive? Because the future is already here. The only real question is if your leadership is ready for it,